You know how people love predicting the future, like betting on who's going to win the Super Bowl or the next elections. Now, take that idea and apply it to the stock market. That's basically what index futures are. Let me explain this with some examples. But before that, I want to start with few quick definitions. So, index is basically a fancy term for a group of stocks which are bundled together to represent how the market is doing. Think of the S&P 500. It's like a report card of the 500 biggest companies in the US. Now, what is futures contract? This is an agreement to buy or sell something in the future, but at a price you decide today. It's like making a deal now to do something later. So, what are index futures? Index futures are basically a contract where two people agree to buy or sell a stock market index like the S&P 500 or Nasdaq at a set price on a specific date in future. But here's the kicker. You're not actually buying or selling the index itself. You're just betting on what the value of the index will be in the future. So let's look at an example. Let's say today is January 1st and the S&P 500 is at 4,000 points. You think the market is going to go like crazy this year, so you make futures contract with someone. You agree to buy the index at 4,100 points in 6 months, which is July 1st. If the index actually goes up to 4,200 by July 1st, you are a genius. Your contract means you're buying it for 4,100, but the market is at 4,200. So you get the difference, the $100 worth of profit. But if the index tanks and ends up at 3,900, you're out of luck. You're stuck paying 4,100, but it is only less than 4,000. So why do people use index futures? First is hedging. So big companies or investors use index futures to protect themselves. Let's say you own a ton of stocks and you are worried the market might crash. But you can use index futures to make a bet that offers losses if things go south. And second is speculating. This is basically gambling. If you are confident about where the market is headed, you can use index futures to try to make some money without actually buying any stocks. So why is it useful and risky at the same time? I would say it's useful because you can make big bets with less money upfront because you're not actually buying the stocks. You just need to put down a deposit, which is called a margin. But it's risky if the market moves against you. You could lose a lot more money than your initial deposit.